Hello, everybody. It's Michelle here. Hey, so today we're going to talk about a thinking principle that a lot of people don't consider is a thinking principle, right? So we are going to talk about self-image. Why? Why would you talk about the self-image? Well, because your self-image really defines not only who you think you are, but it leads to all of your results. Okay? So how you see yourself determines the things that you do, the things that you say, and the results you're having in your life. Okay, let me give you a quick example. So if you see yourself as somebody, and I hear this a lot from different coaching clients of mine who are trying to build their business. If you see yourself as a person who you know you can get your work done, but you don't know how to delegate or lead somebody else to do their work, right? If you think of yourself as a person who doesn't delegate well, guess what? You're not going to delegate well, right? It will influence how you do your work. It will influence how your people do their work, right? If you see yourself as a person who, maybe early in your life you were programmed with this thought that people who make money are somehow evil or not good, right? And so you have internalized this belief that I don't want to make money because I might be evil or not good, right? Guess what? You're not going to actually be able to make the income or have the things that you want in life, okay? So how you see yourself largely determines what your life is going to look like. And just as a newsflash here, it largely determines how, let's say you're a parent. It will determine how your marriage is. It will determine how you parent. So it affects everything. So when we're talking about changing your thinking, changing your life, talking about self-image is imperative, okay? So I want to give you a couple thoughts about that today. In no means am I going to give you everything that I would like to about this, but just enough to get you really thinking about this idea today. So most people, what they do is that they allow outside sources, so sources outside of themselves, to tell them who they are, okay? So for example, your family, right, when you're young, they tell you, hey, this is who our family is, these are our family values. Whether they come right out and say it or not, there's some sort of communication there that says this is who we are, this is what we're about, right? Great example is, very early in life, I told my kids, I've already passed the schooling that you're going to go to, so this homework is your job. Right? And so if they need help, absolutely I'll help them. But everybody understands it's your job to pass elementary, middle, and high school. It's my job to be there to help you do it. So mom is not going to be the homework police, right? Now there are other families who have chosen to do something a little bit different, and that it's neither here nor there, neither right or wrong. I'm just saying that that's a great example of how you pass along values and maybe traditions and what some would call the right thing, okay? Also, your friends will tell you who you are. Culture tells you who you are, right? My goodness, all you got to do is jump on social media and it'll tell you who you are or who they think you are, right? But very successful people, they have somehow made a shift, right? So either they've had people in their life who helped them from a very young age, or they've had people like mentors, coaches, things who could come alongside and kind of help them see how awesome they are, right? So they know who they are internally, and from that, they look at, okay, knowing who I am, what do I want to do in my life? Where do I want to go, right? I had this significant shift in my own life probably almost 5 years ago. If you're watching the video, you can see I have my John Maxwell Team shirt on today. I'm going to do several things. Actually, a lot of my nonprofit work comes out of the John Maxwell Team. I just choose to use those resources to kind of bless people. And so today I'm going to be doing some videos and things like that for the team. But about 5 years ago is when I joined the team, and I really didn't understand that I had such an issue with my self-image. Like, I knew I was awesome, but I didn't know how awesome I was, right? And so the John Maxwell team, being exposed to different people, helping out in whatever way I could, and hearing from other people about how awesome I was. And it wasn't just a, hey, you're great, it was, oh my gosh, Michelle, you're really good at this, this, and this. Right? Now, that helped me along on my journey, and at some point I internalized that and I said, you know what? I am really good at this. I'm not so good at this over here. I just maybe will leave that for somebody else, right? But I'm really good at this. And so now I understand who I am and what I'm about, and I want to do that more. So of course, once you go through the several iterations of that in your life, you realize, like, okay, I am awesome and I'm having an awesome life and I'm seeing the results from that now. Okay? So my question to you is, who are you? How do you see yourself? Okay? Now, there's an easy way to find out, and if you've followed me for any length of time, you know where I'm going with this. I want to tell you about the significance of an I am statement. Okay, so anytime you say I am blank, what you're really doing is, in your subconscious, you are making an agreement between you and whatever higher power that's out there, right? So I'm not here to talk about religion or faith or anything like that and tell you should believe this or that. I don't really care, honestly. That's between you and whoever your higher power is, right? Whether you label that as God or energy or Mother Nature or whatever, totally up to you. I personally label God as the grand overall designer. I do believe that, there is an entity, a universal spirit out there, I guess you will, that says, hey, I'm put some organization to this system, okay? So when you say I am, what you're doing is you're making a subconscious agreement between you and whatever your higher power is, that the space after the I am is going to become your self-image or your identity. Okay? So let me give you an example. If you say, I am tired. Okay, well, saying it once, it is what it is, right? You might be feeling tired, right? But if you get up every morning and you say, I am tired, I am tired, I am tired, I am tired, and over and over again, what you're doing is you're actually downloading the belief into your subconscious for being a tired person. You are changing your identity. Your self-image is being imprinted, and you will become a tired person. So you will have a difficult time getting up in the morning, a difficult time getting through your day, because you have told yourself, this is who we're going to be. We will be a tired person. Okay? Now, you could say, I am feeling tired, right? So if you're feeling tired, a feeling passes. That's not taking on or changing your self-image. It's saying, right now in this current moment, I'm feeling tired. Okay? So I want you to, the challenge, I guess, is to really kind of key in on these times when you are saying, I am blank, okay? So there's a couple things that you could do. First of all, before you do the positive kind of changing of things, which is really, you just say, I am, and then insert what you want to be, right? You've really got to understand, how do you currently see yourself, okay? How have you currently organized your self-image? It's really good to do this awareness exercise before you start to change things, because if you don't know where you are, how do you know how to get to the next step? Okay? So, your challenge, if you are brave enough to accept it, is that for one day, you're going to set your alarm on your watch or your phone, and every hour, I want you to do this checking in exercise. So you're going to have a piece of paper, just a scrap piece of paper with you. Every hour you're going to set your timer, and you're just going to say, I am blank. And all you need to do is just watch and wait and observe what comes up after you say, I am. Okay? And write it down. Now, it could be positive, it could be negative, it could be neutral, whatever. Just write it down. Okay? And at the end of the day, look back and say, okay, am I more positive or am I more negative? just get a feel for it. Get to know yourself, okay? Now, I'm going to share with you more on this in days to come. We're going to talk a little bit more in depth on this, because this is literally just the tippy top of the iceberg. But I really want you to try this exercise. Get to know you. And then the next step really is going to be, where did that come from, right? Where did that thought or idea come from? So if you're ready to be brave and get to know yourself, try this challenge, okay?